Hello and welcome to another weekly update. We are about a week away from Ignite, so this is often one of those weeks when there's really nothing to talk about, but actually this time around there's actually quite a lot to talk about, so that's kind of interesting. So let's get right into it. So first of all, a blog post I did at the beginning of this week, a really exciting one for me, and that is an interview I did with Mary Jo Foley. So if you don't know who Mary Jo Foley is, you probably should if you're in this space. She's a Microsoft commentator, reporter, she's editor at ZDNet. So ZDNet or ZDNet, I don't know how they pronounce it in the UK, massively well-respected publisher. They've been around forever. Like, I remember them when I was at school, going through university. They were the computing magazine and internet. I think they've been around since 1991, so that gives you a sort of feel. Super well respected, and Mary Jo is their Microsoft person, so she blogs at allaboutmicrosoft.com, yeah, it was a real honour and privilege to be able to sit down with her. She's a super nice person, and we talked through Microsoft Ignite, what it means, why it's important, who should go, why you should go, what her predictions for Ignite were, what she does at Ignite, how she analyses a Satcher speech and keynotes. So some really interesting stuff. I would highly encourage you to go and watch that video because it's full of gems from Mary Jo. So that's a biggie for me this week. Other things that have happened. So another blog post I put out as well a few days ago concerns the Bot Framework and the Skype for Business channel of Bot Framework. So for a while I've been talking about Bot Framework as, you write your code there once and it works on a variety of different channels, such as Skype for Business, Teams, but also things like email, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and all these other things. So the interesting sort of news that came out is that Skype for Business is no longer going to be supported on the Bot Framework, and that sort of is not really a big surprise because it's always only been, that channel has only ever worked for Skype for Business Online or hybrid. So really it's been sort of connecting through to the Skype for Business Online infrastructure, and as we all know, that's going away soon. So it's not a huge surprise. This was only ever in preview. It never made it through into production, this particular channel. So it's kind of not a big surprise. I think it does technically still work at the moment, but it's not supported, and I guess that means it can get turned off at any time. So just be aware of that. If you're using it, you should probably kind of try and move to something else. But I mean, if you are using it, then that probably also means you're using Skype for Business Online, and so you're probably already migrating away to Teams. Bot Framework works really well with Teams, so actually you could probably keep all your Bot Framework stuff the same and just move over the channels as you move your back end, your communication strategy from Skype for Business to Teams. All right, so good. Other things to talk about. So there is I did also a blog post in the about a new user group being formed. Now this is interesting to me because it is in my region, in my patch where I live. So I live in the east of England, about 2.5 hours drive northeast from London. Now if you're American, I'm aware that 2.5 hours is not that far at all, but in the UK it's quite a long way, and it gets you out into sort of middle of nowhere in England, in a place called Norfolk. Norfolk is a surprisingly techie place actually, and all around this area of East England, Cambridge obviously, but also down into Suffolk, and all along that sort of area around Lancashire. This is a surprisingly techie place for what should be in the middle of nowhere. So Norwich especially, and Cambridge obviously, surprising amount of tech around. And so it's always good to see new user groups appearing, and so this is a good one. So this is the East of England Microsoft user group. So there hasn't really been a sort of Microsoft focused user group in the East of England before, so it's good to see this one starting up. Their first meetup is going to be this next Friday, November the 1st, and it's going to be in King's Lynn. I think that's really good for King's Lynn, by the way. I think it's really good to have it there. It'd be really good for everyone living and working in and around King's Lynn that this is happening here, so please go and support it, give it your support, show up for it. It's all day long, which is kind of, they're going in hard at the deep end. So it's a full day meetup, 9 to 5:30. A number of different speakers, I think 7 presenters talking from a range of kind of cross Microsoft 365. There's some good team stuff in there, there's some good bot framework stuff in there. So there's a meetup page, you can go and go to it. Gutted I'm not going to be there. I really wanted to be there actually. Annoyingly, I'm not going to be able to make it, and just because of Ignite, it's the same day I need to go to the airport. So yeah, go and look at that. If you can make it to King's Lynn on next Friday, then I highly encourage you to. All right, what else is happening? Yes, so to a blog post released on Tech Community by the Microsoft Teams team, and this is the Microsoft Teams Guide to Ignite 2019. So this is good to see actually, because this is a really good roundup of all the sessions at Ignite this year that are focused on Microsoft Teams, and this is exactly what we need. So Microsoft Ignite has lots of sessions and it can be super overwhelming. So if you are only caring about the team stuff, and by the way, I don't think you should do that, I think you should leave some time to go and explore the rest of what Microsoft Ignite is. But if you want to know just what the team stuff is, or you want to get on a learning path for Teams, then these are the sessions that you can go to. And they've been really well broken up as well into, you know, do you just want to learn the basics? Do you want to do your journey to Teams? Great, here are 6 sessions you can go to that nail that. Do you want to do online meetings? Great, here are 6 sessions you can go to that nail that. Do you want to look at deploying voice? Here are 6 sessions you can go to that nail that. Do you want to do IT Pro deep dives? Do you want to do industry solutions? This blog post is really well laid out in that it categorizes all the different sessions, so you can look at the things you specifically care about and target those sessions. So this is excellent actually, and so I would encourage you to go and look at that when you're building up your session builder for Ignite, if you haven't done that already, because it will really help you. Okay, so what's happening in the next couple of weeks? So we've got, obviously, Ignite kicks off next Monday, so that means I will do another weekly update next week, but it will be probably a pre-Ignite kind of special sort of thing. I'll be looking not so much on the news, because I actually don't think there'll be much coming out in terms of news next time because of Ignite. So I will be doing a bit of a look forward to what I'm going to be doing, what I think is going to be happening, and then the one after that will be a kind of at the end of Ignite. So in the middle of that, we'll have all of Ignite. So that should be interesting. If you're going to be at Ignite, please come and find me and say hello. It's always nice to see people and let's chat. If you're not going to be at Ignite, you can keep following me on Twitter, or you can subscribe to my YouTube for the videos. I will do as much as I can to kind of convey all of what Ignite is to you, so you can experience it from home. Don't forget, you can watch all of the sessions. They're all recorded, they're all live streamed if you want to do it in the same time zone as well. So loads and loads of opportunities if you're not going to be at Ignite, but obviously if you are, please come and say hello. It would be great to see you. Alright, that's everything from me. I will stop wanging on. Have a great weekend, and I will speak to you again next time.